Crankin' Boom's Peanut Butter Face. Peanut butter ice cream with a salted caramel swirl, chocolate covered pretzels, and crumbled peanut butter cookies. There's quite the story involving this flavor and even how Crankin' Boom came to light on this thread. It all started when my sister and her fiance moved to Lexington, Kentucky, and were like, hey, there's this awesome ice cream spot. It's called Crankin' Boom. You really need to try it, which I will be visiting sometime in the near future. But next thing I know, I have one of my followers reach out and he says the same thing. Hey man, you really need to get into Crankin' Boom, try their stuff. I even created a flavor in their kitchen with them for my birthday. So he goes on and says, I'll check with them to see if they'll send you out a shipment, and I'll even include my flavor since I have pints left over. Next thing you know, I've got a cooler full of ice cream on my doorstep. So thank you to anonymous follower, you know who you are, and Crankin' Boom, because this is a crazy good collaboration. The peanut butter bases have been on a roll lately. This is another fantastic top tier peanut butter ice cream. It's very creamy, very dense, very premium, awesome mouthfeel. And it has an authentic, strong, natural peanut butter flavor. But with that comes some added sweetness. It's not overboard at all though, because that's balanced with just as much, if not even more salt. If I'm going to knock this pint at all, it's with the salted caramel swirl. Although it's extremely dense and sticky and gooey, it's only very top heavy in this pint. Awesome caramel flavor though, but it's not that salty. Maybe it's the extreme buttery caramelized sugar overpowering it. I don't know. Nonetheless, this wasn't a huge issue because of the amount of salt already in the peanut butter base. Next are the chocolate covered pretzels. Now granted, this whole flavor creation took place back in January, so it's really hard to knock them for a semi-soggy texture. Still far from bad, probably because they're pretzel thins, which is a first for me, but I really like it. However, a crispier bite would have been next level. Great pretzel flavor that could be a tad saltier, but that's being picky. The chocolate coating has flaked off many of the pretzels, and it has a hardened shell-like texture, but it adds a milky sweet classic chocolate flavor to the mix. After that, peanut butter cookies are crumbled up and thrown in, giving the pint a gravel-like texture. Still very soft, but crumbly, almost gritty-like. Much sweeter peanut butter than the base, which provides a nice sweet and salty contrast of peanut butter flavors. I really enjoyed this pint, if you can't already tell. And it would have been that much better with more caramel mixed throughout. The bottom line, Crankin' Boom, is you need to make this a permanent flavor on the menu. 8.5 out of 10.